Let's talk about the throat chakra. The throat chakra right at your throat is symbolized by the color blue. It is where you speak either your truth or not. It is where you express your emotions or not. And it also shows up in your language, how you perceive the world as a victim or empowered. And one who is on a path of becoming more aware of their language notices when they say things that are disempowering to themselves, to others, and turn it around quickly. For instance, if we always spend our time arguing about how things are not working out for us and how we're a victim of circumstance, then you can see how that is really disempowering to yourself. And you can even ask yourself, is that something you want? And if it's not something you want, then why do you speak of it as if that is what you have and there is no other choice? One thing I have realized with my journey in really becoming more aware and conscious is whatever I speak and focus on does grow. So if I choose to focus on something that is not necessarily true but is a worry or fear, then it just compounds on itself and nothing gets resolved. Whereas if I acknowledge the fear and continue to move on through it, it does help me and opens up doors for me to really experience a different reality. So with our conscious language, we can choose to say, for instance, instead of I'm busy, we can say that's not our priority right now. And it's really more of a true statement, because we're all given 24 hours in our lives, our days, and how we choose to use our time is really our individual choice. And based on our priorities. So if we choose not to focus our time on something, don't say you're too busy, just say it's not my priority right now, and maybe there will be a time in my future where it will be a priority. Another common thing we like to say is I need, I should, I want. And if we very simply replace those with I plan to, I choose to, I will, then it changes the dynamic around what it is we think we ought to do but aren't, and therefore blaming ourselves. Or we can turn it around and say, I choose to focus on that task in the next week, instead of I need to do that in the next week. So just turning around languaging that you speak to yourself or others is really powerful. And so we are recognizing the innate power we have in our words and in our expression of it, and really to use it wisely. It can either build up someone or tear them down. And we want to be an encouragement for people versus tearing them down with our words. So how I shine light on where I'm unconscious in this is I've become very aware of my words and turn it around almost immediately when I notice that it's not something that's really empowering either to myself or to others. And so the first question is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary when we start to speak? Of course, it's not just about speaking, and it's also about listening. And so I'll talk more about that in the next video.